Hello friends, this is Abhijit Pawar. In this video, we are going to learn how to create a load balancer in AWS Cloud. Now, for this, what are the prerequisites? The first prerequisite is that you should have minimum 2 instances. Now, with these 2 instances, we can have a load balancer created. So what I've done, I've created 2 instances of Windows Server operating system. Both the Windows Server operating system have web server installed inside them. In one of my video, you should have seen how to configure the IS role, that is a web server role, from a Windows Server operating system. Now, once you configure that web server, then we know how to check the web page or the web server whether it is working or not. So you should know the IP address of that particular machine or the web server. So click that particular instance. You can see the public IP. Copy that IP. I will go to the browser. I will paste it here and will press enter. Now you can see it is displaying this is the web server number 1. So this is the entry I have done in the HTML page of the first instance. If I go to the second machine or the second instance, now I will copy the IP address of the second instance. I will paste it here. I will press enter. Now it is showing this is web server 2. So in the web page or the HTML page of the second instance, I have entered this particular value. So we can differentiate both of them, where here it is written as web server 1. In the second instance, it is written as web server 2. Now, another important thing, whenever you have to configure a load balancer, just check the availability zone of your instances. So if I click on my machine, you can see what is your availability zone. So the availability zone for this machine is US East 2C. If I click the second machine also is in which zone? US East 2C. Why this is important? Whenever you are configuring load balancer, it will ask you for the availability zone, and one of the zone should be the zone where your instances are running. So now we will proceed to create a load balancer. So on the left pane, you can see an option called as a load balancing and load balancer below that. Click on load balancers, then click on create load balancer. Select the application load balancer, click on create. Give a name for load balancer. I'm giving the name as web server. Keep the scheme as internet facing. Listener is HTTP. Keep these things as it is. Now this is where we require the availability zones. We have already seen the availability zone was US East 2C. So first you have to select this, and minimum 2 availability zones has to be selected. So I'm selecting another one, and then you click on next. Again click on next. Now you have to create a security policy. So you can create a new security group. Select HTTP over here, and in the source I will say anywhere. So from any source you can access this particular load balancer for which particular protocol? HTTP. I will click on next. New target group, give some name for the new target group. I am saying ABC. Target type should be instance. Protocol is HTTP. Then you have to click on next. I will give ABCD. Now here you have to register your instances into the targets. So select both the instances and say add to registered. Now remember, whatever the target name you have given, ABCD, in that target, now both these instances are being added. And now click on next, say create, and now that load balancer will get created. So I will click on close. I will go back to this particular page. By default, you can see a load balancer is created by this name, and the availability zones are 2C and 2B. Still the state is provisioning. Once it becomes active, then we can test whether the load balancer is working or not. How to test now? You have to use this DNS name now. I will copy the DNS name from here. Now I will place it in the browser. I will press enter. Now it is not working because still the load balancer is in provisioning mode. Once it becomes active, then we can check that whether the load balancer is working or not. What will happen whenever we will press enter with this particular domain name, then I will see the HTML page as web server 1. If you refresh, then the page will get changed, means you are getting diverted to the second server. So always the request will go to different servers. So one time it will go to server 1, second time it will go to server number 2, and this is how we get the load balancing done between multiple instances. So we will check again by clicking on this refresh button. So still it is going on. You can see the provisioning. So remember that once the load balancer is created, you have to copy this particular DNS name from here and then use this for testing purpose. Also remember that whenever you are creating instances, also the instances what we have created, Windows Server operating system, in that the role of accessing the web server, that is HTTP, and port number 80 should be added, because by default it is not there, only RDP is there. So whenever you are creating an instance, you have to add the rule of allowing HTTP protocol and port number 80 for that particular instance. Otherwise you will get some errors. Now you can see I have clicked on refresh button. It is showing this is web server 2. Again I will click on the refresh button. It is showing this is web server number 1. Again I will click. Now it is always changing. That means the request is sent to first instance, then again to second, again to first, again to second. So like this the load balancing is done. So this is how a load balancer can be created and be used for different applications for load balancing. Thank you very much for watching this video.